Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Hey, Davin. Thank you for telling me that you can hear me. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Davin said she could hear me. Davin said she can hear me. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Davin told me she could hear me. Davin told me she could hear me. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Davin told me she could hear me. Davin told me she could hear me. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Davin told me she could hear me. Davin told me she could hear me. Hey, Erica F. I named this video, Ooh, child. They be bapping like a hoe. Bap, 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 and bap. Okay. Now that's John SD South Dallas. That's his saying. They be bapping like a hoe. Bap, 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 and bap. And I'm talking about him today, child. But I'll get to him in a little bit later. Let me get my notes. Okay, now one thing I want to discuss. Now this is like the regular news, my little portion. Well, child, the astronauts made it back safely. I am so happy. You know, they touched down. I think it was yesterday. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday. They touched down on Earth and they made it back down here safely. But now, you know, they have to run their little tests on them and all of that. And they'll have to adjust back to being on Earth again after 9 months stranded in space. Okay, they were lost in space, but they made it back. And I am so, so happy. You know, because I was having panic attacks on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now this is another thing that I want to talk to you about. You remember the Cutson pastor that died a couple of weeks ago? Well, they had his funeral. And the pastor that preached his funeral, child, he got killed at a nightclub. He got killed like about 2 o'clock in the morning. Now they say that he was in the club and he talked to some lady, and they had a heated argument, and he grabbed her phone and he threw it on the ground, well, on the floor of the club. Okay, and so I guess she left out and he left out, you know. And honey, they say he went to his car, but he turned around and went charging at her, and she shot him down. Now his name was. Now he didn't get shot in the club. He got shot out in the street, child. His name was Ricky Floyd. Now they charged her with involuntary manslaughter, and her bond was $100,000. Well, she paid it and she got out yesterday. And now some people were saying they was lovers, but the majority of the people, they saying that they didn't even know each other. Now, what could she have done, or what offended him so bad that he lost his cool like that? I just don't know. But we'll find out whenever they go to court, okay? That's it on that. Okay. Now, you know I told you about Isha having a passion party in uh, May the 17th. And it's going to be $50 to get in, and you get a free drink, and the food is free. And then after you drink your one drink, then they're $5 a piece. They will have a jacuzzi there, you know. So that's all I'm saying on that. Well, 88 and her have fell out again because 88 was, I guess she was going to do the stripping and be on the pole and stuff. Well, they done fell out, so that's out. And 88 says she didn't want to go anyway because allegedly it's a sex trafficking thing. Now, I don't know nothing about that. That's just what I heard today. That's what 88 was calling it. Now, that's all but it might be some haterade too, because I ain't never heard of her do, Isha doing no trafficking. Okay? You know, I ain't never heard that on that woman till today. Now, 88, you was all saying you was going to be going and stuff, and you really invited yourself. So just because y'all fell out don't mean you have to be putting out stuff like that, y'all. And her passion party is going to be in Atlanta. And if anybody interested. And Cguke having a silhouette contest on the 21st. I think it sounds like it's going to be a good contest. Now, the last I heard, the bag was like a 200. I'm sure it's going to go up higher than that. And if you think you got a pretty silhouette, you know what I'm saying, or like a shadow, if you think you got it working like that, go on over there and get in that. And, you know, the more the merrier. Give us some entertainment, something to look at, okay? All right, through with that. Now, 357 has been broadcasted about being on a contest that Transparent Talk is having on her channel about 21 something. And I didn't ever know what it was. That's why I ain't been announcing it. Well, I asked Cupcake the other day. We was on a panel together. And I said, what is the thing they having that's Broadway going to be in? 21 whatever. And she told me that there's a game they play. I haven't seen it yet. But you bust balloons like it's like women that's going for this man love, and they bust balloons. And whoever, I guess, balloon is left at the end, get the man. Now, I don't know how Transparent Talk them going to do it. But like I said, I didn't know what the hell it was. I didn't know if it was singing. I didn't know if it was dance. I didn't know what the 21 was. But I found out on my hairs, it's like a dating show. Now, I would have never thought of that. I would have never thought of that. But Broadway is allegedly the prize. And so I don't know what these ladies going to have to do to prove their love to, their infatuation with him. I don't know who all is in it. I don't know anything. But I'm going to be there. And it's supposed to be this weekend. I don't know if it's Friday night, and I don't know if it's Saturday night. But I will find out. Okay? All right. Now let's get with what's going on. Now, I named this that they be bapping like a hoe. Bap, 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 and bap. Now, SD, this is going to you. Now, you've been clowning all day because Jade, they had to bow down, some of the panels you could be bought off of, but then you could be he bought back on and bought back down and all that kind of bullshit. Well, yesterday at 357 Broadway, Jade got bought down. Okay. Well, she got bought back up. And then she got bought down again. And then they charged like she had to go because people kept putting with the pot. And so it got up to $100. So it took her $100 to get back up there. Well, she got bought down again, child. And I was wondering, who the hell is this buying her down like this? Well, it was Jackie. And I don't know, they got into it in the chat or something like that. And that's how the war began, okay, for last night. Now, they had fought a couple of weeks ago. I mean, physically, fist fight. But this wasn't no fist fight. It was a cash out fight. Well, Jay bought herself back up for another $100. Well, you know what Jackie did? Bought her ass back down. Okay. It was a long night. Several people got bought out the panel, but I'm not getting to that yet. I'm just letting y'all know about the Jade, Jackie, and the SD part. Well, SD, honey, he went live today, and he was talking about Jade like she had a tail, talking about how goddamn dumb she was. He said she was dumb for going to fight Jackie. He said that she was dumb for spending the $200 to buy herself back up. And what kind of shit is that? And that's the dumbest thing he ever heard in his life. And I was sitting there, I was saying, what? And wait a minute. SD, now you gave Captain almost $2,000. And that Captain is 88, baby daddy. You paid that man almost $2,000 on the buy down game. Now it's a big damn difference between $200 and $2,000. And then you paid it to a woman that you was messing around with, her nigga, the man that got a baby by her. And you gonna say the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life today over there on your chair. You said that you paid that $2,000 because you wanted him to, show him how to be a man. How has it ever been showing a nigga how to be a man, giving them $2,000? I ain't never heard of that. But see, that's the second time I heard a man giving another man money, trying to make them a man. How the hell that happen? How the hell that work? All you got to do is say, I just want to get a man $2,000. I just want to get a man some money because Kim niggas give him money. And they say allegedly, they trying to make him be a man. He ain't gonna never be no man. He a punk. Okay. But child, that man act the biggest. He been acting a fool all day. SD had. And Jay bodied that nigga so bad over there on her channel. I almost started crying for him. Now he been threatening to expose her and threatening, you gonna make me do it. And I don't have to do you like this. And I got videos of you. And this is, I'm gonna drop it. Tell me you ain't gonna give me for revenge on and doing all this and doing all that. Child, he said that Jay didn't know how to suck no thing because her and 88 was talking about it. And she was going to teach 88 how to do it. And he jumped up there and he went ballistic. So Jade started playing a recording. It wasn't visual, but it was like you could hear it. And she was giving a man sloppy top. And she said, do that sound like I don't know what I'm doing, nigga? And that ain't you. I'm doing it too. Do that sound like I don't know what I'm doing? But child, I'm gonna just let you know. It sounded like she knew what she was doing. And she said the man was trying to, like to push her head up. And she said she was gobbling down on that thing, child. And SD got mad. He fled the scene. He fled the crime scene, child. He fled the scene of a crime. Do you hear me? He got the hell off of her pal. Child, he got off her pal and went live, okay? Jay kept right on with her laughing with her girlfriends, and they was over there talking about all kind of bullshit. Okay. Well, SD went back to his lab and he was you know, talking. And he wasn't talking about shit. Well, of course, after Jay got through with her girl talk, she went right on over there, just started messing with him again. But he started it. He started talking about her. So, Jade, have yourself a ball. But he was talking about illing her and all of that. SD it ain't that serious. She don't be talking about illing you when you go shack up with other women. She don't be talking about illing you when you met that little young girl at the park and they robbed your ass. She didn't say nothing about illing you. Why you want to ill her? Child, bye. Okay. Woo, child. Let me speak to some people before I go any further on, and then we're gonna go on down the line. Hey, Lexi. Hey, 2300 Jackson Street. It's always on. Hey, Keeping. Hey, the unfiltered Muffy. How are you? Trying to make sure I got everybody before I get back to talking to my stuff. Hey, Room Shaker. Room Shaker, I listened to your live today, child. You had been out for a few minutes when I finally got over there. You ain't nothing but a born dog, howling all the time. Hey, born dog. You ain't nothing but a born dog, howling all the time. Hey, Tori. Hey, Jug. I think that's it. And if y'all don't mind, hit the like button. I really would appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Every subscription count. I'm trying to get to 3,000 wow, and I'm a long way away. Child, I don't know if I'm going to ever get there. Y'all tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their friends to please subscribe to my damn channel. Okay? All right. Let me get back to my commentary. Now I'm gonna be kind of, this ain't gonna be in the order that I was watching it in because sometimes I'm just saying it's not gonna be in order, okay? I ain't gonna explain what I do, but I'm just saying, okay? All right, now I went by pieces today and she was cussing. She had her title. It was something like Chaos had said something about K-Fit autistic son. And he said that he didn't have no autistic children. Now that's what her title said. And that's what she was discussing over there. Well, she said that Olivia and Bertha May had a conversation. I don't know if it was on a live Olivia's, or I don't know if it was at Bertha Mae's, because I didn't go to each one of those because I just couldn't. I had so many other lives to watch, and plus I've been fucking with ISD all day. Well, she said that allegedly Olivia and Bertha May had a lot to say about it, and this and that. And she said that because I don't say she was just going by what chaos or whatever his name is, whatever he was talking about. You know, she said that she was just repeating it like I'm repeating the news. She said she was repeating what Chaos said. And see, I don't know where Chaos channel is, or I don't know anything about him, you know. So I don't know what they're into it over and where it started. I have no clue. But I'll try to find out more about that, you know. Um, and she said that Bernadette also had. Wait a minute now. Okay, now this is 2 days of commentary from Pizarro. Because yesterday Pizarro had talked about Lady La allegedly hit a deer with her car. And she said that Lady La have a fundraiser, like a GoFundMe, to try to get the car repaired. I don't know. You know, I don't know nothing about it. I ain't looked at the GoFundMe, and I haven't went over the Lady La channel, so I don't know. I'm just going by hearsay. Well, she said that Bernadette was pushing Lady La GoFundMe, like for people to donate to the GoFundMe. Okay. Well, Bernadette, I'm gonna tell you what Pisa told me. What Pisa said on her channel. She said, "Why don't you take some of that winning that you won over there at KRN at the at King Roman News?" She said, "Why don't you take some of that money that you won the other day on the impersonation contest and donate Lady La?" She said, "Don't be asking nobody for no money for her." Now that's what Pizarro said. I'm just repeating what Pizarro said in Bernadette. Okay. Now that's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay. Well, you know, I told you guys that I wasn't gonna watch the impersonation contest live. You know how I do the contest at Red Ball, and that's what I did on, the other morning, the morning after the contest. You know, that's one of the first things I did that morning is watch that. And it was a cute impersonation contest. I liked them when KRN happened. And he said that this was his fourth one. Okay. Now, okay. Now I'm trying to see. Okay. Now Octavius was in it. He did Tracy, Truth Enterprise, and Pastor. Honest Rowe was in it. He did Rodney, Dragon, J Dunn, and Ness. Now, some people like was having like conversations like back and forth. You know, they were doing that. So that's why some people had more. And then the ones that had like more, because they was like had 2 rounds. And the people that had more than 2 rounds, they made them pick whichever rounds that they wanted to pick for the contest. Okay. Um, Let me see. Shakim, wait a minute. Shakim did Rick Reed. K Fit did Roe. Kiki, the girl, she did Tracy and MU. Reed, she did one like, she would talk like this person. She did one that did the dual and triple and stuff within one, like doing several people impersonations. She did YouTube cameras, J Don, Lemon, Pizza, This Heat, and Trish. That was a lot of people, wasn't it? Diva Tomboy did Truth Enterprise. Uppity did Passer and Bree. Sour Patch did Uppity, J Don. Child ZX did. ZX even got in. I cried when I seen him because he don't participate in stuff like that, and I was glad to see him participate. But he did Passer, YouTube cameras, and Lemon. And Lolo did Malik. Well, M. Bernadette. I'm trying to find M. Bernadette. Because she did Dragon. Let me see. Okay. Dragon, J Dunn, and this. Okay. Well, M. Bernadette won, okay? And second place was Kiki, and third place was Uppity. Now, the only money I seen them giving away was for the first prize, and that was like $414. So I don't know if Kiki or Uppity got any money. I don't know nothing about that, okay? So they might have. If they did, everybody did a good job, and it was like good, clean fun. Okay. Now some people didn't like the order that people won in, which they don't like on a lot of these contests. Now King Roman, he showed where he put up the first $100, and he was also showing his people sending in money throughout the contest. He was showing, so the pot grew from $100 to the 414. It is what it is. All right, now I'm through with that. Okay, now I was moving around YouTube and I heard that there was a kerfuffle over there at Trish's between Trish, Duke, and Crystal. Now, out in the YouTube sphere, they're saying that Crystal called her over there, so Trish called Crystal over there, so Duke could talk that shit. Now I don't know, but anytime if Trish called you to her channel, you could bet it's some bullshit. Okay, it's Crystal, you got to think quick on your toes, child, because don't you let them do you any kind of damn way. But I told you, Crystal, I hit your pal when this Duke thing first started. You and him became whatever y'all are, y'all friendship on YouTube. I hit the panel and I told you, I say he do expose messages, and he do expose if you take nudes, he gonna release that shit. So I don't know why you were saying if you release your shit, I'm gonna release my shit and all that, because I knew this day was coming. I knew he was gonna do what he did on Trish. Okay. Now they was throwing some very low blows on each other. Uh Duke was very upset with her. He don't want her saying his name. He had wait a minute. They was into it about who wanted you to hit the link and all that kind of stuff. And he had called her over there to hit his link. And she said when she got over there, he was acting crazy with her. And she didn't know what the hell was going on. Well, from what Crystal say, she said she could. He did the James Brown on her. He showed out. And then she was telling her to put that live back up so people could see how you was acting over there. Because I didn't do nothing to you for you to do me like that after you calling me over there. Well, he was saying, prove it, and this and that. And she was saying, I can't prove it. I just want you to put your goddamn live back up. You was talking to me like you was talking to me real reckless. And I don't appreciate it. Well, he was like, he didn't care what she was You know, he didn't give a damn. And honey, Krista started hollering at him, and she said, "Did you the one call her to hit his link?" Okay, and he said he was on the phone. That's why he was like ignoring you and this and that. And she said, "Well, hell, all you had to do was say he was on the phone. You could have came out here and told me he was on the damn phone. Don't have me sitting up there looking like a fool." And she said that she didn't have a clue that, like, when she would call you, that if you were on live, that you let the audience hear what she was saying to you, like your telephone conversation. Because like I guess when he would be live, he would get in, text or whatever, DM and tell her to call him. But when she would call him, he would have them. You could hear it on the live. Now I've been over there before, and I've heard her call him and he play her lives. He been doing that ever since y'all been friends, Crystal. And she said that finally, like somebody in her crew made her aware that he was doing that. But honey, he been doing that, Crystal. Okay? And she said she didn't know until people had told her. And she said, you don't want your crazy. But Duke, this is what she said to you. That you didn't want her crazy. Your crazy to meet her crazy. Now, I don't know what that means, but it sounds like that's some crazy shit, okay? If y'all too crazy as me. Damn. And she said that she wasn't running after you, that you came to her damn panel. You know, after you went over there and clowned on Lemon, and then she went and, Lemon cussed out and she went live. You went over there after her. That's what she said. And I remember that too. She went live and you did come over there. And she was calling him all kind of MFers. And she said you got her fucked up. And she said you need to go on about your beeswax. You need to go on about your business. And she said don't be disrespectful to her, and she won't be disrespectful to you. She said, but if you be disrespectful with her, she's gonna get back disrespectful to you. You know it is what it is. And she said that you got her fucked up. She kept on saying that. And he started was telling her, stop using my name. Don't be using my name out here in the YouTube street. And he said he would show the messages. And she said that that's what you do. And she said, if you show all the MFers. And she called him a bitch. Okay. And she said if she want to, she'll say your damn name anytime she want to. You ain't got control over the name, Duke. And she said you asked her to come over to your channel. And she said to show it all, because that's what bitches do. That's female, you know, that's how females act. And she said you didn't have to talk to her like that. And she said the only reason that you acting up, dude, she said you acting up with her because you seen her on Brianna panel talking to Lemon. And that you seen her on Pizarro channel talking to Lemon. And ever since then, you've been out your body. And she said that's all that wrong with you It's because she's talking to Lemon. And he called her a bitch. And she called him a bitch. And she said, F you, nigga. And she said, you ain't a real man. And tell the truth. And shame the devil. That's what she said. And then he's, after she left, because of course Trish was on Duke's side. And every time she would ask Krista a question, this was after they got through cussing each other out, okay? She started talking to Krista and asking Krista questions. And when Krista was trying to go to answer her, she would tell her to shut up or whatever and hush and let Duke talk. And she would say, but you want me to talk. And then, honey, Trish dropped her. And when Trish dropped her, that's when Duke started showing the damn messages. And I seen him do this all the time. And Krista, I told your ass that he was going to do that. You ain't no different than them girls over there in that Mo3 sector that he been doing that too. And like I told you, I hope you didn't give him no news. Hope you didn't give him no pictures of your titties or downstairs. Because if you did, he gonna show it. And that is what it is. And the same thing go for you, Trish. You think y'all cool now? Soon as y'all fall out, if y'all have a bad falling out, because he quit fooling with Trish, but because he started hanging around with Krista, because Krista was getting numbers. But ever since she started fooling with Duke, and when he struck Lemon, her numbers went plunging. I mean, it is what it is. Duke sunk your battleship, honey. And Krista, Trish, you ain't got no battleship to sink because you don't get numbers. But Krista was getting numbers. Krista was getting numbers and super chats and all kind of bullshit membership before she met Duke. She lost all that shit. All of it. She don't have like 30 people in her chat now. From her go having hundreds. And then she, lost friends. She lost people because they was getting blocked over there. And then people stop going because they got tired of getting blocked. And it is what it is. And Duke said that he was showing them messages to protect himself. Protect himself from what? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Well, honey, he messed you up, Chris. And he really messed you up when he struck Lemon. That did it right there. As far as you and Lemon go. And it is what it is. Okay. But like I said, Trish, the only reason that he didn't go off and act a fool on you before is because he stopped. He pushed you away. He told you he didn't want to have nothing to do with you. But then now y'all back together. But you better watch out, honey. Because if the first time he get mad at your ass, he's going to show your messages too. And if you send him titty pictures or coochie pictures, he going to show them too because he done them women over there in the Mo3 beef sector like that. And I've seen. Okay? Now that's it on that. Okay? All right. I went by Big Lex. And he was discussing Duck and Eve's issue. They got into it real bad last week over there on 357 Broadway. And Eve left and went live. And that's when all the bullshit come about it, where she was going to go, where she went to Arkansas and she said she was going to, get her crew, and they were going to beat up 357 and Duck. But thank the Lord she didn't go. She spent time with her family and went on back to Missouri. Okay? Well, they was discussing that. Uh, well, come to find out that Eve was doing a live. She did a live like when she came back from Arkansas. She did a live and she was, her and Lack was up there just talking. They were just shooting the shit. It was Lack, Gigi, and Eve. And it was on Eve panel. And so they were just up there talking. Well, DG jumped up there and he went off on Lack because he feel that Lack should have checked Broadway and Duck for going in on Eve. And then if they had Duck and Eve had got into it on Lax. Now I missed that live, but they had got into it on Lax before. And they told Lax to stay out of it when he was trying to get them not to do that on his panel. I like both of y'all. They were telling him to stand down. And so they went back and forth with each other, cussing each other out. Well, Duke witnessed that. And he told Lack that Lack should have checked Duck about Eve. And Lack say, you was in the cloud. You seen it. You should have came down there and said something to Duck. And you was in the clouds over there at 357 Broadway when Duck and Eve got into it. And then when Eve said something about their mother, then Broadway got into it. You was in the cloud. He said you was in the cloud. Why come you didn't jump down and regulate Broadway and Duck over your lady? And Lex said that Eve ain't his mom. And that's not his place. That's your place to protect her out here in the YouTube sphere. And I can see that. If anybody's supposed to jump in, it's supposed to be your nigga. That's the way I feel about it. If I was out here, and my man was on YouTube, don't be checking no other man about me. You check them, though. Like my hair don't be needing to check nobody about me. It's my man responsibility to check a nigga about me. Or either just keep your mouth shut. But Lack and other people out here in the YouTube land, they saying that DG will not go at Duck and Broadway because he don't want them to come back at him. And it is what it is. That's what they saying out in the YouTube street. But Lex say he ain't gonna do that. Well, Eve feelings was hurt, and she was live talking about it. So Lex went up because she had been over to Lex, and she left and went on over to Jamaica. Started her another live. Well, Lex went over there and trying to smooth things over with her. Because the DG had thrown him off the panel earlier, and then they wound up going over to Lex. And Eve didn't like what was going on over there, so she went back and started another live up. And she, before it was over, she was saying that Lex had took up for Kira, why he didn't take up for her, and all that kind of bullshit. But Kira ain't got no man on here. So if Lex want to step in or anybody else, that's on them. But like hell, I be damn, I don't step in a lot of stuff, and it's men on here that don't step in a lot of stuff. They just don't. So everybody really on their own on YouTube. That's what it looks like to me. It no matter if you are had effing a guy, they're not gonna come to your rescue. And just cause you effing a woman, a woman ain't gonna come to your rescue. You got to get out how you live. Like you came into the world by yourself. You got to just be out there. It's a cruel world. You know, and that's just it is. It is what it is. Okay. But then they say that when Lack went over there, now I missed this part of the line. They say he was professing his love for Eve. But Lack say he didn't mean this. He didn't mean it. He said that he was just trolling. He said because he don't love Eve. He like her as a friend, like as a person. But I don't know. Grown folks do what grown folks do because people will tell you they don't go with somebody on here, and then you find out they done moved in together, child. Because I done seen that happen. I done asked the person before, "Are you a?" I was saying that they were a couple was going together, but then the person told me, "No, that ain't my man." And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." Next thing I know, they had moved in together. And I said, "Now you gonna lie like it was your nigga, and that was your nigga." I don't understand that. So if you lie like that, you gonna lie about anything. That's the way I feel about it. Okay. We're chat and on that on Lex Live, not on my watch, and Meek, they kind of got into it, and they had got into it like at the captain's or somewhere, but it really was. You could tell it was a play. It wasn't acted out very well. But if that's what y'all want to do, that's what y'all want to do. But a lot of this stuff, we can see it's a play a mile away because we know that y'all cool. Mink and not on my watch. We know that Mink and Gina still cool. That denouncing and you ain't my friend and I don't want you around me and all that. No, it's all a play, child. And the same thing with 88 with Gina. They fall out and fall back in, but they are cool. It is what it is. You know, and ain't nobody gonna really get rid of Gina because she they do girl. She be out here, you know, jumping in the front of them and fighting and all that kind of stuff. And when they don't like a person, she don't like them. But then she'll start liking you. It's just she is so misled to be old as she is. Okay. In Chattown, he drug Mink. I don't know what their issue is. Leck had a good laugh that day. But he had a good laugh. Okay, and I was moving around and I seen Chanel went live. And she been going live, but I've been missing her. But that day I decided to swing through there to see what Chanel was talking about. And she went live because she said that Coolin had been running her name. And she said Coolin said something about her bald mouth. And she drug Coolin. And then while she was dragging Coolin dropped in the chat. And Chanel told her, hit the link, bitch. Hit the damn link. You had so much to say. Hit the link. Well, she said that Coolin didn't hit the link. So then she told him to drop, to block him. And she said that, I think what Coolin had been talking about, Chanel it was at Eve's. And she said that both of them is drunks. That Eve are drunk and Coolin are drunk. Oh, and she also said that she was going to call Eve job the next day. And I think that was Monday when she did the live. And so Tuesday, I guess she was supposed to be going live and calling Eve job. I didn't go over there. I don't know if she did. I don't know if she didn't. Cause I don't go over there every time she go live. I don't go to everyone on live because I be looking at so many other things and it trying to be in these different sectors. So I miss a lot of lives. And Coolin went live and she drug Chanel and she drug the captain. Okay. All right, and this is another one of Big Lex Live. Because I went over to Chanel's and then I went back Coolin, and then like I said, this is not in order. And Mike Martin, he got into it with Bobby Johnson, OG Bobby Johnson, and and on this lab, Eve and um, Eve and Lack was talking about Donald Goins wanting her Lack to go with Duck and Broadway, and Eve was fussing about when her and Duck got into it on Lex the time that I didn't see. She was saying that she got dropped backstage, and Just My Five, because she didn't care for Just My Five, and that's like Lex. Um, the moderator that had the power. I can't think of what they called him. Was she Just My 5 cent? Like she runs his channel. She do a lot of things like graphics and different things for Lack. Was when Eve was talking, Just My Five hit the link, and she was saying the reason that she had dropped Eve because Eve wouldn't she wouldn't give nobody else a chance to talk. So Just My 5 cent dropped her when her and Duck was into it. She dropped her because Eve would not quit talking when they would ask her to stop. Well, Eve study was talking, like saying stuff to Lack and Just My 5 cent. Just My 5 cent dropped her. And that's when she got mad and went over there and started her life. So that's how that happened. Because I forgot that Just My 5 cent dropped her. Well, Eve went over there and when she was going live, she was complaining about Just My 5 cent dropping her. The times that she have dropped her. And she was saying that she had like too much power and she shouldn't be allowed to do that. But Eve, you have to remember this: DG dropped Lack from your life. It's the same thing. You know, I noticed on here people get mad at people doing them a certain way, but they doing people the same way. They can't see it when they people do it, or they can't see it when they do it. They can only see it when somebody do it to them. And that's like I say, these people on here is nuts. Do you hear me? They ain't gonna run me crazy. Okay. Let me see if anybody else came up in this jump. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Latasha. Hey, Dreamy Jeannie Blue. Yeah. People be doing stuff, and when they get done back to them, they be highly offended. And see, Lack had got dropped down. DG had dropped Lack. And then when they went over to Lax, Just My Five dropped E. So why get mad and go make a live about somebody dropping you when somebody got dropped on your channel the same day in less than 30 minutes? Oh, I don't get it. I don't get it. Hey, OC girl. Hey, CEO boss lady. Sure. Hey, Lady Sparkles. I went through there. You're live today. Hey, Big Red Diva. Is that right? Yeah. Hey, Chucktown, Chucktown. I ain't seen you in a while. Hey, Sincere. Hey, Lady Dimples. I was in your live. Hey, Bird Bird. Bird Bird, I'm waiting for you to come out there picking again. Okay. Sincere, how you doing, child? Lady Dimples, are you still running around with your dress up above your head? I seen your white boyfriend in your chat today, child. Your white man. Hey, blessed to be a blessing. Ooh, child. I'm trying to get through with this so the people start going live, child. Hey, the Beef Sector Podcast. I don't want to get too far behind. Hey, Emmanuel. Okay, I think that's it. Now let me get back to business. Lady Jim, you still running around with your dress up over your head, girl. Pull your dress down. Nah, if that's what make you happy, keep it up, child. Keep on running around. Okay. Now I'm at K Kira's. Okay, now this is what happened. Like OG Bumpy Johnson, he gets into it with people at certain, around YouTube. It is what it is. Well, he got into it with K Kira over there at Big Lex. And when they were into it, Big Lex was over at Eve's. So Big Lex didn't know what was going on because he was over at Eve's, okay? He was, because he knew that Eve had got mad and made her life go. Well, while he was at Eve's, OG Bobby Johnson and K Kira got into it. Now I missed that part because I think I was went over there to Eve's to be nosy. Okay. I know that's what I did. I went to Eve and I left Big Laugh. Well, so I missed Bobby Johnson and K Kira getting into it. So while I was moving around, I seen K Kira went live. So I left Eve's and went to K Kira's. Okay. Well, K Kira was 38 hot. She was talking about how her and Bobby Johnson got into it at Lex. And she was dragging, she drug that man. But she said that the reason that they started you know, they've been into it for a while, from what K Kira was saying, and it started back when her husband died. She said that he was up in her business concerning her husband, asking her questions or making statements to her regarding her husband's death. So she said that that's where it originated. But see, I don't know because I didn't see that. But I think that it's up and stuck between K Kira and Bobby Johnson, just like it's up and stuck between K Kira and Straight Like That. Okay? So on them two men, I don't think K Kira gonna ever make up with them, and it is what it is, you know. And hopefully they don't bump into each other a whole lot on pound, you know. Hopefully they don't. Maybe this could die down if they just maybe stay away from each other. And when K Kira was dragging OG Bumpy Johnson, Bobby Johnson, she said that the only reason that you was over at OG Bobby Johnson, she said the only reason that you over there at LAC is because you done got ran away from everywhere else. Okay? That you used to go and talk that bullshit. She said you over there at LAX because you can't go nowhere else. And she also drugged Gina, you know. Trying to see. I got to let this, I got to scoot it down. So hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Wait a minute. I got to move it down. Now I got to move it up. I don't want to get lost, and I got to move it. Okay, wait a minute. You know, she just her and Gina don't get along at all either. You know, K Kira and Gina. I didn't know it was as bad as it is, but it is. Okay. So now I'm going to SD and Jade. Now I'm going to be kind of moving around on this because my notes ain't in order concerning them. But okay, you know, Jade has a new fella, and they be out riding and kicking it, and you know they be going places like at night. You know, they young. You know, people do things like that. You know, but she be riding around with her boo. Well, she say that one one night when she was out with the fella, since I've been live, she said that SD called her like the next day and told her to get rid of that nigga. That she didn't need him. And he told her to come back to him. But he said you ain't got Jade. He said you need to come on back to him. You ain't got that much time. You know, he don't know how much he could take. Trying to think of where this was at. This are still at Cake Heroes. And at Cake Heroes, Candy and Royalty got into it. Um, you know, Roger was calling her a crybaby hoe and that she was ugly. And and Candy was saying, and you know, when she was saying you ugly and stuff, Candy was saying, and 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 she said you can keep on writing paragraphs and calling her ugly. She said that Roger was stupid. And she said you was calling all them people out. That Roger was calling them people, all them people out to fight. But she said when she got called out, she didn't come out. And then Roger was saying about her going to Seattle to see um, Brandon, you know, the captain. And Candace said, hell, I'm gonna go see him again. That ain't gonna be the only time I go see him. And she said she was gonna go see him again soon. Royalty and Mink got into it. And Royalty said something about her effing Sean G about Mink effing him. But she said him and his partner. So she was saying that Mink F S G, Sean G and his partner. Now how she know that, I don't know. And Royalty got into it with Streets and Cali Kitchen. And Candy and Cali got into it. And then Candy I mean, Callie and Royalty got into it. So Royalty was into it with Candy. Royalty was into it with uh Callie's Kitchen, and Royalty was into it with Mick. Okay, Callie Kitchen and Candy was into it, but then both of them started dragging Royalty. It was like a battle royal. It was like a free for all. Okay, and I went by. I think no, I was Dukes. I think I went by. No, I mean not Dukes. Duck. I think it was Duck. It might have been hell. I don't know. But CB was on the panel, and she said she was gonna do whatever it take to get Josh World back. Okay, because when she had him, she didn't want him. But honey, now she want that man back. Okay, and she let the world know it. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you something really cute that I've run across. The captain been going live, and he's doing scooter chronicles, and he's on his one of them razor scooters, and he be all over Seattle, all over showing us different sites and different things. And I like it. It'd be a good crowd over there. But I forgot the name of the channel because he's gonna have only a channel for that, for the scooter chronicle. And what he's doing, like, at first he was just riding the scooter, letting everybody see where he be going and showing us different things. Where he said now, the other day he had stopped this guy, like a random person, and he gonna be asking people like crazy questions, and he gonna see what the answers gonna be, and it'd be funny, okay? Where he did that, and then as he was going around riding Seattle, child, somebody was blowing at him, started blowing at him. And he was like, "What you want?" And he was saying, "Go around," because he was like in the bicycle lane. And him and this got into it, child. The man got out of his car, which was a white guy, and walking up toward him, and he was walking up toward the man too, child. And they was talking shit to each other, and they was telling each other to suck my eat, what, and it got heated. I thought we was getting ready to see a fight. But luckily they settled down. The man got in his car and went on about his business. And Captain kept on along his merry way. But child, I thought we was getting ready to see a damn fight. And I was saying, now how this go from a fun scooter ride to a damn near fight? And I was scared. I didn't want Captain to fight. But luckily he did. I guess you would call that road rage. Okay. Another thing I noticed, I think this was Tuesday. You know how you could be hearing stuff like on different panels you go here, and somebody will say something and then don't nothing be said about it. And then you go to another panel and this same subject might get thrown out there and don't nobody say nothing. And then you go to another panel and the same that damn bullshit happen. And then you would say, huh, what am I saying that? Well, this is what was happening the other day, Tuesday. Child, on 3 different panels that I went to Tuesday, they were saying that Eve had court that day. But I don't know if it was regarding DG. I don't know what it was about. But I don't know if it was true or not because people from the same camps, they were the ones saying it. If you know what who hang around with who, you know, it was people from the same that in the same crew that was saying that on all these panels I was, the different lives I was going to. I haven't heard any more about anything like that since Tuesday. And it wasn't at night, it was in the daytime. The different panels, the different lives I was going to, because it had been lives going before I got up. But like when I got up, the first live I went to, it was mentioned. Then I would move around a little bit and go to another live, it was mentioned. Then I'd move around again to another live, and it was mentioned. But did nobody bite, you know? Because like on one of the labs, they were saying, why come she don't say nothing about it? Why don't y'all ask her? It was things thrown out like that. But see, did nobody never go ask her as far as I know. So that's all I know about that child. Yep, I heard that on 3 panels. But see, like today moving, like last night I didn't hear nothing. And then today I didn't hear nothing concerning that. And then like the people that were putting it out there yesterday, they done been quiet today. And they was quiet last night. Okay? Okay. All right. Now I went back Cam. He been going live lately. He been having some good live. Okay, when I was at Cam's, Fifi came over there. And she was saying that she had talked to DG's detective today, and that was yesterday. And she said that she had sent him her live, and she sent him DG's live because they into it, okay? And she said that DG was threatening her and things like that, so that's why she sent it to the detective. Now, see, I don't know nothing about it, but I'm just saying it come out of her mouth. She said that she had talked to the detective and that she sent him her video and she sent him DG's video. So I don't know, what's going to happen with that. Okay. And she also played, they talked about Eve Live that Eve had did a couple of days ago. And she had recordings of SD, and he was talking about everybody. You know, he was talking about a lot of people. He talked about Isha, he talked about Cam, Jade. I think he said something about Broadway. It was several people. You know. Okay. And I went by. I seen Callie Kitchen go live the other day, and I just checked in on her. And honey, Callie was in her car, honey. She was driving, honey. And like I said, it wasn't no small vehicle. I'm not gonna say it was a car. It was a vehicle. But child, she was looking both ways and turning that steering wheel. And her was cute, but she done got her a damn car. And there's some people out here don't like it. I'm glad that girl have got her a car. And I hope Callie just keep on track, keep on trucking, and keep on doing whatever you doing to better yourself, Callie. Don't let nobody, don't listen to that bullshit and that negative shit. Don't listen to that. But I was glad to see you driving in your car. And so I went by TT's, and TT was congratulating Callie on her car. And she was talking about how Callie was driving, just like I'm talking about it. And they saying that in the YouTube streets that Kelly be in her car so much that she need to move. She could move in it. Well, hell, it's her car. I'd be driving the damn too. I ain't been had no car. I'd be going everywhere I thought I wanted to go. It ain't nobody business. Ain't nobody paying for it and putting no gas in it but her. If she want to drive it 24 hours a day, it's hers to drive. But Carol, I wouldn't advise driving it 24 hours a day because you want to keep you some wheels, child. But you go and come as you please, child. And if you want to go live in your shit, go live in your shit. Because I like seeing you in your car when you went live the other day, child. Well, Trish is into it with Peaches. And Trish is into it with Isa. Trish, you need to sit your black ass down. You don't know nothing about those folks over there in that Mo3 beef sector. And you know they do pull up. Now, I'm just saying. Everywhere you go, you into it. And I told you when you tried to get on my case at Broadway's when I had to drag your black ass last week. Don't nobody like you know where you go. They don't like you in the beef sector. And they don't like you in the Mo3 sector. They don't like you in the black sector. And no other sector. You're not likable. And you need to quit going to people, them ladies' panels and messing with people sitting up on the panel. Like, she was trying to talk to Isha. Isha wouldn't talk to her. Isha was saying, shut the fuck up, bitch. Bitch, leave me alone. I don't fuck with you. I don't like you. And Isha said the reason that she don't mess with Trish is because Trish, like when she was going through whatever she was going through with her husband and Brandon, that Trish had something to say, calling her like a whore and this and that. And I don't blame her, bitch. I wasn't like you either. You don't call me hoes and you don't know me. Me and you we were just okay yesterday, but now I'm all kind of hoe. And I don't blame you. She keep cussing that black ass hoe out. She can't call you no hoe. And she got a husband. She say she got a husband, but she say Duke is her dick. She ain't got no husband. Because, honey, if she had a husband in that house, he'd knock her head between the wash and the dry. Talking about another man's dick is hers. No, it is what it is. That's what I'm telling y'all. She ain't got no fucking husband. Okay? She ain't got no man. Not in that house with her. Not talking that kind of bullshit. Okay? Okay. All right. Now I'm going over to Bimps. Okay, on his link. Okay, they dropped Judge Fifi down, but then somebody brought her back up. They brought OG Bobby Johnson down. They brought WAP down. They dropped Room Shaker down. And then somebody brought Room Shaker back up because it got boring. And, Wu was just over there rambling her goddamn dick suckers. Well, honey, Room Shaker got back up there. And before Room Shaker got up, Wu said, I'm finna, they don't bring that bitch up. I'm finna bow her back down. And then she gonna act like she gonna do whatever. We all knew that hoe didn't have no money. And so Room Shaker came up there and she started dragging. Well, then finally, Wu came back up there and she started trying to fight Room Shaker back behind the Room Shaker. Room Shaker had her up against the road. She the body slammed her, set her on fire, and every damn thing else. Okay. She body slammed her. And then Rorschach started the captain got into it and she was asking the captain, he got rid of them STDs. Have you been to the doctor? And, oh my God, it was bad. I like the captain and I like Rorschach. Okay, so I don't like to see that. I don't like to see my faves get into it. But ain't nothing I can do about it. Okay. So then he got that live episode. And they also said that now I don't know. I didn't watch it because I don't really watch Woo, and I don't know where she did this at. But they say that she peed on live, didn't wash her hands, came back and then smelt her hand, and then started back talking. Now, I don't know where she did that shit at, and I don't care, and I ain't going to find it. I don't want to see that nasty hoe because I know she nasty. But then they say she said she used hand sanitizer. You was in the bathroom, hoe. Why come you didn't use no soap and water? You didn't have no soap, bitch. Nasty tramp. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, now Jade, now I'm bouncing around. Now SD had got mad at Jade on 357 the other night, the other day. No, this was he got mad at her at Cam, and Cam was telling him, man, quit, let Jade talk. But every time she would try to talk, he would cut Jade off. And then when 88 would talk, he would cut her off. When Cam would talk, he cut him off. It was a damn mess. Well, Cam got sick of him. He dropped him because he wouldn't shut the hell up and let nobody else talk. He want people to feel sorry for him. Why you do me like this, Jade? Jade, you ain't shit. Jade, you a hoe. Jade, I'm gonna show you, me doing just you like in the bed and all that kind of bullshit. Just being hateful and just hitting panels all over YouTube. Well, honey, he went over there and went live after Cam dropped his ass. And I had to go there and beat nose. And he had Purple Rain playing as loud as it could go. He had let us know way back when that when he hear Purple Rain, he always want to fight. Okay? So he was showing how mad he was. He had Purple Rain going, honey, and he played the whole song all the way to the end. And when he came on, he was dragging the hell out of Jade, okay? That fool crazy. He said when he heard that damn Purple Rain, he'd be ready to destroy. Oh, shit. Now, what I don't understand, he don't want Jade to drink. He don't want her to have no love. But you the biggest drunk on YouTube, SD, and you the biggest hoe on YouTube. You don't concern her feelings when you get with these other women. When you move in with 88, you don't care nothing about how Jade feel about that. Jade ain't living with her new man. You know what I'm saying? He living like Fort Worth or somewhere. You got kids, just like Jade got kids. When Jade go out, she say her sister be babysitting her kids. And her sister's good and grown. When you be over there moving around in Texas, your wife got your kids. What's the difference? You ain't with yours. Why come Jay can't go out for a night? That's a young woman. She way younger than you. She want a younger man now. She don't want your old ass no more. She tired of you trying to be her daddy. She tired of you telling her what the hell to do. And she out there shaking her tail feather. Okay? You old and you bored. She don't want to sit at the damn house all the time. She want to get out there and shake her money maker. And I don't see a damn thing wrong. She done outgrew you. You know, she say she been with you for like 9 years. And that's a young lady. She's in her 20s. Y'all different centuries, baby boy. She don't want to sit up under your old ass. And it is what it is. She could, but she chooses not to. She want a man that can move around and like to do things. And that's just the fact. She wants somebody that's got life in them that want to do something. I can understand. And every person don't want a person older than them. I used to date up. I used to date older guys. I liked how they treated me, because they could take you places, you know, they could do things that the guys my age couldn't do. And I'm just being for real. But now that I've gotten older, I don't date older men. They got to be in real good health. I'm not going to do it. They're going to be my age or younger. And they're not going to be in no badass health. Now, that's just me. I've dated older men. I know what they like. But like I said, hell, I'm not. I got this age. I ain't want no old ass man. I didn't have it. Now I got my shit. I'm okay. So now it's time for me to mingle with my own age or younger. And it is the way that it is. And Jay, honey, don't throw them young years away on him. Unless you want to, might could do it some more. The more, you might get 10 more years out of SD. You never know. But if he ain't no fun, he ain't no fun. And like the older men I dated, I had fun with them. They love to do shit. We didn't sit around no damn house. We worked. Work. He worked, I worked. And we would do things, travel and go to the track and do all kind of shit. Go to resorts and, just go to another state just to go for the weekend and shit like that. But I was happy. I was content. But when you're not happy with your mate, that's not no fun. That's not a good look. And it's not a good way to spend your time. Now if you was happy with him, it's different. But you seem like the younger guy that you with, like she says she don't love him, but they have fun together. And it means a lot when you have fun with your mate. And she's not having fun with SD. She don't want nobody telling her what to do all the time. And child, today SD said that he used to go to work with her. He sit in the goddamn car. And see, I can't take that kind of shit. When I go to work, that's my time away from you. That's too fucking much. Now he say the reason he would go to her work with her is because she was jealous. She didn't want him to be with nobody else. I don't believe that. I believe, nigga, you were going there on her job to make sure she wasn't sneaking out of her job and making sure she go to work. But ain't nowhere in the world I let them nigga. You ain't riding with me, not to work. You better find you something to do. Yeah, that nigga say he would go to work with her and he's sitting in the motherfucking car while she be at work. Now you were looking like a fool sitting out there. And you say she work at night. Ain't no way in the world. Now I've seen people like from the jobs I've worked, I've seen men that would be there all the time. Like sitting in the parking lot and like if it's the woman break time, they there, like waiting on them at the door. You got to go out there and talk to them for the whatever minutes you got for break on your lunch that it is. And I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Uh-uh. It's different if somebody want to come take you out to eat on your lunch break. Not every fucking day, but every once in a while. That's nice. Yeah, come pick me up and take me to lunch. I don't want you up there every damn day on my job taking me no lunch. Golly. It's whatever you put up with. I wouldn't have started that shit. Okay? Lord have mercy. You so scared somebody gonna get that leg beside you? I can't even go to work? No, I ain't doing that. Okay. Okay, now y'all, they've been calling it bag fraud. Like when people get dropped out panels, they're saying people ain't sending no money in. They saying that they said got our account numbers going out here. This is bullshitting. It's the people that be getting called out, getting bought off the panels all the time that don't have enough sense. Hey, I don't need to hit the panel every time because every time I hit the panel, I get bought down. The reason people are buying y'all down because they don't want to hear you. The reason that people buy you down up the pain because you're irritated. The reason people buy you out the town is because you want to argue with everybody. It is what it is. But when you get bought out the panel, then the next time somebody go live the same day, the next person you go to the panel, who the first person hit the link? Who the first person to get bought down? They don't want to hear you. Sit in the chat, enjoy the live. You ain't got to be on the panel. And then get mad and say it's fraud. And they were saying that stuff so much. Is the other day, was it yesterday when Broadway went live? And he went live on the 357 Broadway channel. He stayed live back about an hour and a half. Do you know that people were sending in super chats and Apple Pay and all kind of shit? And they was calling it fake bags. And the live people donated that whole hour and a half. And one guy, he hadn't even never been to B-Way's channel before, Caribbean something. He said, I'm new here, but whatever's going on, dude, I like, you're speaking the truth. And, he donated. And that man donated several times. Because he was listening to what Broadway was saying about the fraud bags and about people want to sit on his panel that really don't fool with him and they get mad when they get bought down. It is what it is. But the reason y'all get bought down everywhere you go is that people do not like y'all. You want to be on the panel all the time. You want to cause confusion. You want to, ain't nothing wrong with dragging because people be up there dragging. They don't get bought down. But every time you get on the panel, you get bought down, it's something wrong. And it's something wrong with you because it's not happening to everybody to be on the panel. And why you want to get out there and say it's fraud? Well, if it's fraud, quit going to the damn panel. Okay? If you feel like it's some fraud going on, find you somewhere else to go. And let the people enjoy themselves with the bow down guy. You know. Okay? So Fifi did a live, and it was about 357 buy down. And she was calling him like Broadway, all kind of things. And she was talking about the parenting skills, like with his kids. But as far as I know, he only had one child. And she did let it, had it talk to Cap about Captain, and she said she would go to Seattle and kick his wife ass. And she said she was giving Bimp the side eye about his bad game. And she said she through making y'all money. Okay. Well, MHB, he been mad. He been going in on Broadway and Duke. Now he hit somebody panel and he got bought down, and you know that made him mad. Now he hit Broadway panel last night and got bought down, and then went in the chat and was telling people in the chat to buy him back up. Didn't nobody listen. Wasn't nobody gonna buy him back up. Why don't you spend some of that money you get over there? Why you was asking them people in the chat to buy your ass back up? Oh, that was at Cooler, I think. That was at Cooler. No, it wasn't at Broadway. It was at Cooler. He got bought down, and he was telling people to buy him back up, and they ignored him. That's crazy. See, let me see. Yeah, that was at Cooler. MHB got bought down. Gina got bought down, and 88 got bought down. Duck was over there. He got into it at Coolins, and he got into it with 88, and he got into it with Woo. And Woo got into it with Christina. She Woo hates Christina, and everywhere Christina goes, she get into it with her. Whenever she see Christina, she gonna hit the panel and they gonna go into it. Okay, now, then last night, like I said, at 357s, I went over there, and Gina got bought down, Jay got bought down, got bought back up, got bought back down, got bought back up, got bought back down, and then come to find out it was her and Jackie. Jackie was doing buying her down, and then it got up to $100, and then Jay bought herself up for $100, but then Jackie bought her ass right back down. And then, like I said, SD went live, and he was talking about how dumb Jay was. He was really mad because she gave that did $200 over there at 357 Broadway last night. But like I said, you gave Brandon $2,000, nigga. Why you? That's so stupid. And then you were saying you gave him that money to try to be a man. You gave Brandon that $2,000. Well, Jade might have been giving Broadway that 200. You know, to try to help him be a man. I don't know. But actually, Jay just was paying. I got hell. I'm gonna buy myself back up because her and Jackie had got into it in the chat, and Jackie laid in that chat, and she kept buying her down. Okay, that's all it is. What it is. That's called like a war when they do that. Okay, a bag war. And then SD was also saying that he was trying to make Jade a better person. Jade might not want to be a better person. Jade might just want to get rid of you. That might make her be a better person. And you can't teach nobody nothing, nigga, because you stay drunk all the time. You gonna teach her how to be a better person. She just got to grow into herself. You know, that's all that is. Cause like I said, the girl is young, but she's getting older every day, and she it just it is what it is. And then when SD was live, Cupcake got up there. Somebody was messing with her in chat, and she was telling SD about such and such messing with her. You know, and SD, he was listening to her at first, and SD got tired of that shit, and he kicked Cupcake off the panel and then told her, "Here, you got to fight for your goddamn self, just like every goddamn body else." He was cussing at it, but it was funny because he said, "Ain't no hard feelings." He just didn't want to hear that bullshit. And I can't think of where I was at, but Jay, Isha and 88 got into it. I can't remember where that was at. That was at Jay's today. When Jay was trying to teach 88 how to, suck, you know what? Well, Jay, Isha got up there, like, because her Jade is cool, but Isha and 88 ain't cool, and so they went to dragging each hell out of each other. And 88, she finally left, and then she went over to SD's and all of that. And SD was saying that 88 was trying to get him and Jade back together. I wouldn't need no one of your exes to get me back with nothing. I wouldn't. A woman that's been my man and messed around me on. You can't tell me shit about getting my man back. I don't know where they do that kind of shit at. I don't understand these relationships these younger people do. Cause back we didn't do that. We didn't. Me and you and the ex one going. You done messed with my man and he done left me for you a couple of times. And you think I'm listening to anything you got to say? Yeah, I wish I would, bitch. Please, bitch. Please. I ain't. I don't. I ain't. I'm too mean for that. I'm too mean for that. Okay, I already did that. And that's the end of my commentary, child. I think I got it all in. Okay, let me run back through. I'm just going through real quick. I'm just going through my notes real quick to make sure that I got everything. Oh, and Fifi today, she went live and she was showing Duck and Broadway's mug shots, but we already know they done been arrested before, so it ain't no big deal. You know, they already said they've been arrested before. And while Brandon was out the other day riding a scooter, somebody like had put in the chat or something like, "Where you at?" Now I don't know if the person was being mean or nice to Brandon, but Brandon said he was getting ready to go up on the hill, meet him up there. So evidently, whoever it was, they didn't meet him because he didn't say nothing about it. Like the next live he did. Okay. Just make sure I got everything. I'm just going up. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it for the commentary, child. Let me make sure hey, Shakila. Make sure I got everybody before I exit stage left or exit stage right. Hey, watching from Cloud 9. You can be what you want to be on Cloud 9. Hey, Memphis T. Let me see. Hey, Cupcake. I was telling him how SD dropped you off his panel today. He said wasn't no hard feelings, but he didn't want to hear that bullshit. You was talking, child. Hey, it's a B. Hey, 3 Day. Hey, Lee Pepper. Hey, E Money. Child. Honey, SD been showing his black ass today, and I've been rolling right with him all day today, back and forth between him, Jade, and DNA with the cam. And I have been act. I ain't even been dropping in the chat. Like I don't drop in his chat because he don't like me, and I don't want him to cuss me out. I started to drop in there today. I snuck in there yesterday, but I was in and out. Cause he don't like me, and I didn't want him calling me all kind of old bitches. But I'm gonna get my old bitch ass up enough nerve, and I'm gonna fall in there hard, and I'm gonna speak to everybody, and he gonna cuss me out so bad, call me out at my name, and I'm gonna be getting my life, and he's gonna block me. I know, but I can take it. I can take it. Hey guys, if you don't mind, hit the like button on your way out. And if you don't mind, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 3,000. Okay. And if I see anything going on out in the YouTube sphere, I will come back and do one of them little shorts I do to let y'all know where it's going on at. Okay. Ooh, child. SD been showing his ass for days. Okay. And just uh I hate that he cussing Jade out like that, but it is what it is, and they act like this, okay? At certain times they gets into it. I think they just going through a little phase. They'll be back together because they always do get back together, okay? Some people have relationships like that. Ooh, child. I wish these streets be on fire tonight because I had plenty of sleep last night and I'm ready to do an all-nighter. Ooh, child. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.